Plastics are unique materials with many benefits. They are versatile, lightweight, and highly durable. That's why they are found in so many different applications. The consequence is that plastic production is continuously increasing, and with it, plastic contamination. Nowadays, nearly 400 million tons of plastic are produced every year, and globally, less than 10% of all plastic waste are recycled. The main problem results in the mismanagement of plastic waste. We are generating much more plastics than we are able to treat, and single-use plastic are daily used and thrown away in a linear model that is no longer sustainable. If first it is necessary to reduce our consumption of plastics and reuse when possible, plastic waste would remain and need to be efficiently recycled. Plastic recycling has become an urgent and global matter, but recycling every type of plastic is a challenging objective. The recently created company Poliki is one of these startups that has emerged with innovative technologies for contributing to more sustainable plastics. For explaining to us how plastic can be recycled and why it is so important, Coralie Giano, scientific director of Poliki, will answer a couple of questions. So Coralie, why is plastic accumulating in the environment?
Plastics accumulate in the environment because we're not treating the waste they are generating. The problem comes from linear production. We extract petroleum, transform it into plastic, consume it as a product, and dispose of it. But plastic is persistent, they do not degrade, so they accumulate. For changing this situation, moving to circular economy is the only way to go. We need to consider the plastic waste as a resource, a raw material that can be used to produce more plastic.
Okay, but then how is it possible to close the loop?
So, currently the most global technique for recycling plastic is mechanical recycling, which consists in sorting, cleaning, and shredding plastic waste for obtaining schemes that can be reprocessed in a new material. The main problem with mechanical recycling is that the obtained recycled plastic is usually of lower quality and so cannot be reused for the exact same application of high value than the initial one. Any contamination, that could be colorants, additives, other type of plastic, food, etc., will impede to obtain a material of sufficient quality.
But then, is there any alternative to this mechanical recycling?
Yeah, so the main alternative currently is named chemical recycling or depolymerization. You need to consider the polymer, the plastic, as a long chain of molecule that you could think as a necklace, for example. The necklace is done of pearl. The polymer is done of small units, which are called monomers. Depolymerization, or chemical recycling, is the chemical reaction that will seize this chain of polymer, and you will be able to go back to the initial pearls alone, which are the units, the monomers. And with this monomer, you will be able to close the loop by applying another chemical reaction to go back to the polymer. So this chemical recycling loop is having two advantages. The first one is that instead of using petrochemicals to obtain these molecules, we obtain them from recycling. The second advantage is that in such a loop, we can call it infinite, meaning that the polymer we're obtaining, the plastic, is as good quality as if it was from virgin resources, from petrochemicals. So we are avoiding what is happening with mechanical recycling, obtaining materials of lower qualities.
But then, what is this chemical recycling technology Poliki is using? Aniela Zabal, investigator at Poliki, will describe it to us.
The technology developed by Poliki is a chemical recycling technology in which the plastic wastes are degraded back into its monomer. To afford this goal, the plastic pellets are mixed in a solvent with a reagent and a catalyst. The reagent acts as a scissor that cuts the plastic into smaller pieces, while the catalyst is accelerating the process. With this mechanism, we use mild conditions, meaning low temperature, no vacuum, and no pressure. Here we are running a reaction of chemical recycling of PET. PET is a plastic that is used, for example, for water bottles. After an hour, the middle of the reaction will be transparent and homogeneous. Then, finally, with a simple purification method, we will be able to recover the monomer. This monomer has the possibility to be proceeded again to again have a new water bottle in an infinite circle.
But such technology is not mature for all types of plastic. To understand why, Claire Morand, investigator at Polyki, will explain to us why we should not talk about plastic, but plastics. So Claire, why aren't all plastics simply recycled?
It's a bit more complicated than that. Actually, all plastics are composed of different components. For example, this plastic tray to protect meat, to pack meat, it needs to be rigid, but it needs also to be impermeable to air and water to protect the food. This toothbrush, the same, it is composed of the handle and the bristles. So to be recycled, these products need to be separated first, because for each type of plastics, a different process of recycling is needed. So that's why all plastics are not recycled for the moment, because it demands time and also money.
And what is the future of plastics and the future of recycling then?
The future of plastic is, of course, to be more sustainable. So, for example, biosourced, biodegradable, or also recyclable. We need to rethink the production of plastics more circularly. So we need to do plastic that can be reused, that can be recycled, by developing new chemical reactions to both making or unmaking the plastics on demand.
Plastics are everywhere in our daily life. They are not only packaging, furniture or toys, but are also part of a more sustainable world, indispensable for solar panels, for medicines, in our batteries or for more efficient building materials. Plastics are not only an issue, but also part of the solution. They help reducing our impact on the environment, but more reasonable consumption as well as better recycling technologies are necessary if you want to face the climatic challenges ahead of us.